Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for the one and only show? Live from Houston, Texas. It's the go-to girl, professional comedian, TV producer, and founder of MarriedDate.com. It's millionaire matchmaker, Amber Neal.
Hey guys, welcome into an all new episode of the Amber Neal Show. I'm your girl, matchmaker, comedian Amber Neal, and today we have a really good topic for you. Actually, two good topics for you. You know, sometimes you just have to separate the wheat from the shaft. Sometimes you just have to separate yourself from people that speak a different language. Like when you're healed and they're unhealed, they speak a different language, or you're a winner and they're not. Today's topic is 10 things said by losers, okay? Because only losers have this kind of mentality. And we don't mean it in a hateful way like you're a loser. We mean that if you think this way, you will not win in life. So we kid around, but these are 10 things said by losers. Because people that are making moves don't talk this way. So today, guys, let's welcome in my co-host, y'all, all the way from the NFL, best-selling author, Believe So You Can Achieve, philanthropist, and the founder of the Ryan Yarbrough Foundation. Y'all give it for my co-host, Ryan Yarbrough. Hey, oh my gosh, man! I wish I had it. He has had a very exciting week. A lot of great things, and a lot of great things for your foundation. So,
absolutely.
You pretty excited about the moves you're making?
Yeah, don't stop them daily moves. Daily. What I'm put here for, what I'm put here to do. Make my moves so I can help others.
Amen, guys. And you know, the one thing that our very special guest today, you guys saw her last week on the show. We invited her back because I was like, there is no way we can get everything we want to say with this lady in one show at all. She is also best-selling author, philanthropist, and motivational speaker. I'm telling you, her TV credit is longer than this room. So y'all give it up for our very special guest co-host today. Y'all give it up for Miss Kim Mejia.
Thank you.
Hey, did you have fun last time?
Oh, I had such an awesome time. You know, you guys are winners.
You know, so before we jump into the topic, what do you guys think about when you hear that 10 things said by losers? What is your instant reaction, Ryan?
Well, excuses. Excuses. That's the first thing that come to my mind because, you know, quote unquote, losers, you know, I mean, you can never really be a loser unless you want to claim to be a loser. Okay, but the difference between the winning mentality and the loser mentality, I know, is excuses.
Yeah.
Excuses.
What do you say, Kim? Because, you know, with Ryan making it into the 1% of elite athletes, we know that he couldn't make excuses. You just don't get to the 1% with making excuses. What do you say when it was true in your life?
I'm definitely in agreement with Ryan, but I would say uncertainty, you know, and insecurity. You're just not sure of yourself, and sometimes you can go through life feeling that you're a failure when you're really not. You can't put all your eggs in one bucket. You got to find that inner self and decide what your purpose is and go after it. And then, you know, once you realize that you do have purpose, you no longer maybe feel like you're a loser. You can feel that way because you think that you don't have anything to offer, and many times you do.
Right. Amen. Guys, today we are going to jump into our topic. But first, let's go ahead and talk about where we can get copies of both of you guys' books. Ryan, where do people go to get a copy of your book?
Just look up my name, RyanYarbrough.com.
Oh, that's easy.
And you're going to get everything you want. You can get me from speaking to my book to my foundation to
coaching,
a whole bunch of things. Just go to RyanYarbrough.com and then we can follow up from there.
I love your website because it's just one-stop shop. I mean, they can book you. They can do everything on there. They get your book, donate to your foundation. All right, RyanYarbrough.com. Kim, where do people get a copy of your book and find out everything you got going on, or to book you as well?
Well, you can book me at Real Woman Real Talk. That's www.realwomanrealtalk.com. You can get my book on this website, mugs, t-shirts, caps, jackets as well. And you can definitely find me with my book in Target, Walmart, Barnes & Nobles, Taylor's, Diamonds. I'm in several stores, but I do encourage you to go to my website, Real Woman Real Talk, www.realwomanrealtalk.com. My Facebook and my Instagram is the same. Please follow me, check out what I'm about, see the upcoming things. We have a retreat coming up for women, so if there's any women that want to go on a retreat, it's only $325. That's a small price. You know, most of them are $600 or $700. So I changed the date to May 20th, 21st, 22nd, so you have a chance to come to that.
Okay, great. All right, guys, we're going to take a quick break and hear from some of our friends of the show. When we come back, we're going to jump into our topic today, 10 things said by losers. And at the bottom of the hour, I've got a really great topic for you daters out there, because 2022, I just wrote the new article. It's about to come out in the Real Housewives of Houston magazine, 2022 dating trends. You might be surprised at some of those. But before we jump into dating trends, we're going to tell you guys how to know if you're getting breadcrumbed. Y'all stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Events and Adventures knows how to make the most of being single. Get social, in person, try new things, and just have fun. Join Events and Adventures. We've been doing the single life right for over 30 years. 30 great events every month. Just visit eventsandadventures.com.
AT&T Fiber delivers a faster internet experience than cable. Ask me how to get 300 megabits per second for only $35 a month, plus taxes and fees, with no annual contract, no bundles required, and unlimited internet data included. Call Boss Up Houston Network at 832-895-5095. Again, that is Boss Up Houston Network at 832-895-5095. Limited availability may not be available in your area. Speed claims based on the product upload and download capacity of internet 300, internet 500, and internet 1000 versus Xfinity, Spectrum, and Cox 100 meg, 500 meg, 600 meg, 1 gig, and 1.2 gig cable services with uploads of 10, 20, and 35 megabits per second. Download max speed is 920 megabits per second for internet 1000. Speed vary not guaranteed.
Hello everyone, this is Judge Mike Engelhardt. I've been one of your elected trial court judges since 2008. I'm running for the First Court of Appeals in the 2022 election. If you can hear this ad, I'm asking for your vote in the March 1st, 2022 Democratic primary. I've been named Trial Judge of the Year, and I'm a board-certified lawyer. Please vote for me, Mike Engelhardt, to send a qualified, reasonable, and fair judge to the First Court of Appeals. That's me, Judge Mike Engelhardt, for the First Court of Appeals. Please register to vote and vote for Judge Mike Engelhardt for the First Court of Appeals. Thank you.
Marriage is for committed couples that are either engaged or married and would like to keep the dating in their marriage, fight for the family, and lower the divorce rate one couple at a time. We plan 30 to 50 events a month that include workshops, seminars, webinars, experts, and events all around town. This is for couples that want to develop friendships with other like-minded couples that take their marriage and vows seriously. We will also be offering premarital help so that you will not be a statistic. Would you and your partner like to take international vacations together with other couples and at group rates? When you are home, you will learn your city as you go to each new event. Your membership includes all of our locations. We take the guesswork out of creating, having, and keeping a strong marriage. Contact us today.
Are you single? Maybe you're divorced or new in town. It's time to meet your match with Events and Adventures. Whether you're low-key or adventurous, come hang out with tons of like-minded people at exciting group activities. The best part? Everyone is single. From happy hours and trivia nights to outdoor adventures and weekend getaways, Events and Adventures has something for everyone. We're all here for the same reason. So come be part of a community made for singles. Your match is waiting for you to make your move. Visit eventsandadventures.com to get started. That's eventsandadventures.com.
Hey guys, welcome back into the all-new Amber Neal Show. I'm your girl, matchmaker, comedian, publicist, Amber Neal, and today we have a really good show for you. Today we're talking about 10 things that losers say. You know, at the end of the day, before you send the hate mail, at the end of the day, you're either a winner or you're not. And if you're making excuses for why you're not a loser, then you're probably a loser. All right, guys. So y'all welcome in my co-host, Ryan Yarborough. Hey. Best-selling author, believes that you can achieve. Y'all get his book at RyanYarborough.com. For more information about his foundation, it's on there as well. And today we had so much fun with Kim last week that we had to bring her back. Best-selling author, philanthropist, motivational speaker, businesswoman of the year. Y'all give it up for our very special guest, Kim Mahia.
So glad to be back in the house today. It's always a wonderful time to be with the Amber Neal Show.
You know, I have to tell you one thing about Kim. So I met Kim at Cam Hill's event. Shout out to Cam. And Ready to Love event that we were doing the red carpet for. And she had her vendor table set up, and we came by, and we were trying to network. And Ryan's like, oh, I know Kim. He's like, she is a go-getter. And, you know, it's so funny because one of the biggest complaints I've always had in business is that most people, that it's like what they love about me is what they hate in the end. Like, you want to hustle with me, but then when you find out the level that I operate at, I don't do excuses. I don't play that realm, that victim mentality, or I don't want anybody to give me that option. But when I met Kim, I was like my twin flame. Yes, she is amazing. So I'm telling you, when I say go getter, this woman is a go getter, and I love it. Okay, today 10 things said by losers. This is really interesting. Number one, I love this one because our show films on Monday. But by the time you see this, it'll be a Friday or Saturday. But one of the main things said by losers is, I'll start it on Monday.
It's procrastinating.
Monday? What you mean Monday? You're going to start on Monday? When business opens on Monday, you're not ready? Like, what you mean you're going to start it on Monday? What y'all say to that?
I don't agree with that. Being in the state of mind that I've always been, if I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it now.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it now.
I mean, outside of,
Because Monday might not come.
Right? Ooh, that part. What you say, Kim?
I say stay ready, be ready. And especially in the times we're living in now, because, hey, you might, like Ryan said, you might not be here tomorrow. You know, we live in the days of uncertainty. Your day is not promised. So whatever work you got here for the Lord, you better get on getting it, because, hey, you might not wake up tomorrow.
Ooh, I'm telling you. You know, Ryan, the second one is 10 things said by losers. What's the second one?
It's not my fault.
Oh,
It's never your fault. Never your fault. Victim mentality.
Ugh.
That's one thing that, once again, I cannot relate to, because when it's all said and done, it's always on you. Okay? When something doesn't work, something doesn't happen, it's on you, really, if you want to admit it or not. You can blame somebody else all the time, but it's not on you. And what I mean by that is, you should have the discernment and you should have the knowledge to cut somebody off or cut something off. Let me say that again. Cut something off. You should have the knowledge to cut something off if you see something that's going slow, so you don't have to blame it on somebody else. Keep it moving.
I'm telling you, some people are stuck in a victim mentality. They just, like, even dating the wrong person. I mean, it's not that, like, bad people can do bad things to you, but at the end of the day, you still have to ask yourself, why did I attract that? Or why did I allow that, when we know people do what they want to do and people do what you let them? What do you say, Kim?
A lot of times I hear, well, I'm going to get to it. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get to it. You know, that procrastination mentality. You want to constantly put things on the back burner. You know, if it's something that you want to get done, hey, get to it right then. You know, it's not about procrastinating and prolonging the situation. Go ahead and get to it. Like, I've had people say, well, I want to write a book. I'm going to do it tomorrow. Right. And a lot of times tomorrow never comes. When you have an opportunity or you have the mindset to do something, put it into effect. Make it come into effective. Make it come to life. Go ahead and put that thing to rest. Rebirth that thing. Sit down, schedule out a plan, start writing up something. You can sit down right then and make that thing come to life. You don't have to procrastinate on it. You know, you can take a look. So a lot of times you don't have money. You don't have to have money to start a book, because all you need is a sheet of paper and a pen to write. And most of the time that's laying around the house. So if you want to write a book, there's your script. Hey, start with that. It's just a storyline. So a lot of things we can do, you don't even need money to start. You just have to have the mindset and the will to do it.
Right.
Well, that was some nuggets there, y'all. That was great knowledge too.
That's major knowledge right there, because that's the next subject. I can't do it. Okay? So Kim touched on that already. Just like it's not fair. What is fair? Life's not fair, right?
It's not fair. Wow. You know, one of the things I told my daughter when she was little, I said, you do not get your worth from me or anyone else. The only person you get your worth from is God. That's it. Because I know how the world is, you know. I know, especially the more, we talked about this yesterday, the more successful you are, or if you're attractive, or you're in the elite. I mean, no matter, it's something somebody's going to have a problem with. We did a lot of charitable events, and a lot of them made like the Houston Chronicle or different articles and things like that. And when I went back and I looked at the online version of the story, I was shocked at all the trolls that just had negative things to say. And so you could be doing the best, you could be Mother Teresa, you could be doing the best work on the planet. Look at Princess Diana, look how much philanthropy work she did, but they still had something to say. They're always going to have something to say. It's not going to be fair. No one promised you an easy ride. No one but at the end of the day, there are people that have overcome some of the most horrific obstacles that you can ever imagine.
That's true.
I mean, horrific. And they have become successful because at the end of the day, it's not going to be fair. It's not going to be easy. You may not have the resources. You may not have the connections, but how bad do you want it?
There you go. That's it.
You want it, or you want to make
don't.
excuses?
That's right.
This one, next one kills me. I don't have time. I don't have time. I don't have time. What do you mean you don't have time? Like, even especially when I tell kids like about getting your degree, the years are gonna be passing anyway.
That's right.
You might as well just go in and get your degree, because even if you're an artist, you need to know how to manage your business so that when you do get a deal, you don't get robbed or blown away. And that's why a lot of people are staying in it. What do you say about that, Ryan? I don't have time.
Well,
Can you imagine?
You don't have time for what? You know, that's what it comes down to. We all had time, but what don't you have time for? You don't have time to become successful. Mm-hmm. You saying you don't have time to pursue your dreams. You saying you don't have time to do what's most important to you. Therefore, you letting other stuff get in the way. So, no, I can't agree with that.
You know, Kim, I've had people tell me, oh, I work full time, I've got kids at home, I've got this aging parent, all the reasons in the world why they shouldn't be able to make it happen. Listen.
Listen, Linda, listen.
Listen, Linda. If people can work 3 jobs, my dad was a prime example. He went to school full time. He worked full time driving a concrete truck for Shell Oil, and he was in the Marines. You ain't got time because what? Like, so I think it's just excuses. It doesn't matter what you have to overcome. If you are dedicated and focused, you can do anything you set your mind for. But to say I don't have time, well, I'm working a full-time job, so I can't start my hustle. You know what? If that's how you feel, don't even start it. Honestly, don't even start it. You're not built for this.
Right.
That what you have to go through in this entrepreneurial journey is brutal sometimes, especially as the economy changes. Brutal. And, you know, like for you, and like I've told you before, like for me, I don't have an essential business. When the pandemic came around, it's got a lot of people rethinking about, you know, how we should handle our business, because at the end of the day, when a pandemic comes as an entrepreneur, you either pivot or you go under.
Yes.
There's no such. I don't have time to figure out how to reinvent my business. Well, you better. What you say, Kim?
I say you better join the pivot group, the pivot team, and start pivoting. You need to have, in life, you should always have like at least 6 ways to reinvent yourself anyway. And with COVID, you probably might need 10 or 12 because, you know, your money's going to be slowing down. So, hey, y'all just see me saying I'm doing weddings and funerals now, baptism. Hey, I start finding other opportunities. I go out into the field. I say, hey, what can I do to keep my income flowing? So I go out and create opportunities for myself. You have to learn how to create opportunities to yourself. A lot of you guys have great crafts with your hands, you know. You can do just like I did, go out and become ordained. I was already ministering. I minister to the people all the time, every day. So I'm saying, hey, let me go ahead and get ordained so I can do. People call me all the time for weddings, and I'm normally sending referring pastors. I say, I won't be referring y'all pastors now. I'm going married because the season has changed. So I pivoted with the season. You know, you got to find another way to get your brand out there or do different things that's associated with it and tie everything in together. You got to make it work some way, somehow. Believe in yourself, because you know nobody ever told us that life was going to come on a platter. And the days that we're in right now, you have to make things work for you, or you're going to be stuck, and you're going to learn something in this season. Many have learned this season. Either you're going to eat or get beat. So, hey, you want to get there and make something happen for yourself, because if you don't, hey, you're going to just be one of the lost, and I'm sure you don't want to be that person.
Oh, that's so deep, because that, it brought up so many things that's been going on. And it's like, I think about, I saw a meme the other day, and it was Jim Carrey, and he's like, if you're not willing to sacrifice the way you live for a year so that you can live however you want for the rest of your life, then you're not built for this. Entrepreneur life, and it's not an insult. I mean, entrepreneur life, most people think we're nuts to do this kind of stuff, especially if you like as a comedian or a musician or a business owner, you're trying to be the product. You are the brand. It's not easy to get yourself out there, but it's so liberating when you figure it out and you pivot and you make it work. But at the end of the day, it really does boil down to how bad do you want it, because if you don't think you have time to do it, then that's just a lazy man's excuse for, I'm not going to make time to do it. What's the next one, Ryan?
I don't know what the next one is, but it's coming up. Touching on what Kim said.
Yeah.
Once again, we talked about we don't have time, okay? But also that somebody was given something, the silver spoon effect, okay? The majority of people that I know that's giving stuff don't appreciate it. So therefore, they don't care about it, all right? But as we were speaking about earlier, the people that overcome obstacles, regardless of how many they have to overcome, are the ones that are more successful than people that have been given things.
Amen.
I've come to find that out in my 50 years, okay, on this planet, all right? So when it comes down to that, doesn't matter, silver spoon, doesn't matter if you lucky. I don't believe in luck personally, because I've heard that many times. You're lucky. No, I'm not lucky. I don't believe in luck. So when it comes down to that, you're luck, okay?
Yeah.
You're lucky. One on there that had me really, really laughing. I skipped one. My eyesight ain't as good as it used to be. But I'm offended. How about that? I'm offended. You offended about what?
That you're successful and
You offended about what? That somebody else is having success and that
people
you're
get
not.
offended.
Yeah.
They do.
I don't.
We
Some of
learn
these,
how.
I really can't relate. I really can't relate to these topics.
Kim, what do you think about the next one?
You suck. Well, a lot of people probably think I suck because I be preaching the word of God, and some people don't want to hear that, especially when you being convicted. So when you're being convicted about something, just like with my book, I had a young lady get on Instagram and she said something about that. When she read the book, she said, when I first read this book, I wasn't ready for it. I had to go back and revisit it. And she said, when I went back and somebody tagged me to tell me, go look at this post. And she said, when I revisited, I found a lot of these things in this book and I didn't want to see that at first. That pissed me off.
Right.
She said, when I went back, I said, I'm going to make changes and change this stuff. Right. So that's what's going on with people when they're saying you suck. It's because they see something in you that they want to be a lot of times, and they feel like they don't have it. When all along it really lives in you, but what are you willing to do to make it work for you? What are you willing to do to make it change by going out and do the work? A lot of people don't want to do the work to get over these humps. And sometimes when people that are out there doing the things and it hit something in you, it transpires something, it hurts your feelings, because you be like, dang, that's me, or I wish I could have get that right. Well, why I didn't come up with that? It could go either way, and you feel offended by it, and like, oh, they suck. I don't want to hear that. Well, you need to hear it. It's good when you can be convicted, because that's what it's about. Convict yourself enough to change for betterment.
That's right.
Fair preach.
Say wow.
I'm like you, Ryan. Though I don't believe in luck. I don't believe in luck. I mean, I really don't. I mean, fate maybe, but I'm a person. And one thing I want to bring up too, I saw yesterday this meme that was tearing down people that manifest compared to pray. But they don't understand manifesting. See, there's parts of the Bible that we've learned. We all grew up in the church. There's parts of the Bible. Yes, you got to pray. You got to meditate. I get that part. We're not saying that we are the end resource. We depend on ourselves. It's not about that. Yes, you pray and meditate. Manifesting is not about saying I don't need to include God. That's just saying that I am in agreement with God. I am agreeing that these, even because you can literally break it down to scripture, or you can say manifesting, but the scripture says God will meet you at your level of expectation. So manifesting is just teaching you to reach for that highest level of outcome. What do you guys say?
Most definitely.
Because that's how I know, Ryan, with your book, Believe So You Can Achieve, that's really what it is. You got to believe, and that's all manifesting is. It's just believing and agreeing that it is done.
That's right. That's right. And therefore, you cannot say, I'm too tired.
Ooh.
Okay? You cannot say, I'm too tired. Because, once again, too tired for what? I mean, like I said, some of these topics are so obvious to me. And excuse me if I'm being straight to the point right now, but I have low tolerance for certain things. I have big tolerance for a lot of things, okay? I'm a Taurus the bull. So I soak in a lot, okay? I soak in a lot of stuff, but some things I'm gonna stop you right there, okay? I'm not even gonna entertain what you're talking about, or, because I don't want it in my world.
Right.
So I'm not even gonna play with you, all right? Somebody else might entertain it or go over here, but the Most High came to you and brought you to me to tell you to stop it.
Right.
Ooh.
Right.
Okay?
Have y'all ever almost did business with somebody where, and then I actually had somebody that I was working with that was going to work real close to me, one of my business, and y'all know how crazy busy I am. Like, I mean, I'm doing 10 things at once. I'm literally multitasking all the time. And she had like a part-time job at like a retail place and supposed to be working with me to help my stuff, right?
Gotcha.
And she went to work her part-time job, and then I said, hey, did you get done? She goes, oh, I'm tired. I worked 4 hours today, and I'm like, I've been on my feet all day, so I'm tired. I'll probably do it tomorrow. I said, you're fired. I mean, it was just that simple. You're fired. Because I'm not going to align myself with people that make excuses. And that the whole point of this is being deliberate in your intention and what you accept from their intention.
That's right.
People do what they want to do, and people do what you let them. So, and I've even had that too. It transcends over into our dating world. Oh, I'm too tired. I'm too tired to text. I'm too tired to call. I'm too tired to. No, people do what they want to do. If somebody wants to see you, honey, you got $1 million scratch-off ticket, they're going to be down there.
Okay.
Okay. So don't stop accepting breadcrumbs. So we're going to talk about that coming up here after our break. And lastly, Ryan, easy for you to say.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Easy for you to say.
That's right.
It's easy for. I know you get. I know you get this one all the time. Oh, pro athlete. Got in the 1%, elite, you got all that going on. It's just, it's, and you're over here like, oh, and do this, and they're like, it's easy for you to say. What do you say to that?
I don't say nothing.
Was any part of becoming a pro athlete easy?
Cause
I mean,
not at all, because I know how to get quiet, too. I know how to get quiet and not say anything back. Once again, I don't entertain a lot of things that most people entertain. That's the difference between getting to a certain level and not being at a certain level.
Yeah.
Because once again, I was talented. I'm not gonna lie and say I wasn't talented.
Okay.
All right, let's not put that out there. But I wasn't the most talented. It was guys faster than me, bigger than me, stronger than me. But the mentality is what it all comes down to all the time. So nothing is easy for somebody else to say. It's just a perception.
That's right.
What'd you say, Kim?
I'll definitely say they'll say easy for me to say. Yeah, it's easy for me to say because I don't mind doing the work.
That's
Now,
right.
a lot of people come like, that's easy for you to say because you're a go-getter, you do this, and you're like, you just so high energy. Well, it's easy to say because I don't mind, again, doing the work. It's easy for you to say when you don't have that lazy mentality, when you don't mind getting up, when you don't mind being overwhelmed, when you don't mind coming out of your comfort zone. You cannot accomplish nothing. If you're walking through life and you're in a comfort zone and you restfully at peace and you always at ease, baby, you ain't doing something right. Because when you're trying to get to that next level, you should be out of your comfort zone. You're going to have some tiring nights. some sleepless nights, tiring days, feeling overwhelmed because you're trying to get to the next level, and that requires time. That requires extra effort. That requires easy for you to say because you have to go out of your comfort zone to get to that next level. You know, you're going to feel like you're just tired. Sometimes you're so sleepy, but you just keep on pushing because your season always comes to ripe. It always comes in. That season is going to come in, but you have to keep pushing no matter what. So
At the end of the
I
day,
get from it.
it's your faith. I mean, that's the thing that all three of us have in common is that it is a faith-based situation because I know that, number one, faith without works is dead. So if I don't give something God to bless, he's not going to bless gluttony, or you're just sitting there being lazy, sloth. You're just you're just doing the most. You're just, you know, practically lining up for an episode of Hoarders. You got to do the work. You've got to give God something to bless. And the main thing is you've got to align yourself with eagles if you're trying to soar. I mean, seriously, we're over here trying to hang out with pigeons and worry about people say da-da-da-da. And I mean, you know, and I'm trying, Kim and Ryan, to get to that place where I can let things just bounce off me. You know, when people lie on me, slander me, talk bad, it's like, wow, you wanted to work with me, but then you found out what I'd take, and now I'm the worst thing because I expect you to meet me at this level of hustle. Like, you should know, but maybe you don't. And at the end of the day, that's why the Bible says, pray for those people that use you, mistreat you, because people hurt people, and if people are hurting you, they need a hug, not your
kiss.
Somebody want a kiss. If he's cute, hey. All right, guys, we got to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk about signs. You are being breadcrumbed. And you're like, what the heck is that? When we stay tuned, you're getting the minimum effort in a relationship, we're going to give you some signs that that's what's going on to you. Y'all stay tuned. We'll be right back after this.
Are you single? Maybe you're divorced or new in town. It's time to meet your match with Events and Adventures. Whether you're low-key or adventurous, come hang out with tons of like-minded people at exciting group activities. The best part? Everyone is single. From happy hours and trivia nights to outdoor adventures and weekend getaways, Events and Adventures has something for everyone. We're all here for the same reason. So come be part of a community made for singles. Your match is waiting for you to make your move. Visit eventsandadventures.com to get started. That's eventsandadventures.com.
AT&T Fiber delivers a faster internet experience than cable. Ask me how to get 300 megabits per second for only $35 a month, plus taxes and fees, with no annual contract, no bundles required, and unlimited internet data included. Call Boss Up Houston Network at 832-895-5095. Again, that is Boss Up Houston Network at 832-895-5095. Limited availability. May not be available in your area. Speed change based on combined upload and download capacity of internet 300, internet 500, and internet 1000 for Xfinity extension and cost per 500 meg, 600 meg, 1 gig, and 1.2 gig cable services with uploads of 10, 20, and 35 megabits per second. Download max speed is 920 megabits per second for internet 1000. Speed vary, not guaranteed.
Married is for committed couples that are either engaged or married and would like to keep the dating in their marriage, fight for the family, and lower the divorce rate one couple at a time. We plan 30 to 50 events a month that include workshops, seminars, webinars, experts, and events all around town. This is for couples that want to develop friendships with other like-minded couples that take their marriage and vows seriously. We will also be offering premarital help so that you will not be a statistic. Would you and your partner like to take international vacations together with other couples and at group rates? When you are home, you will learn your city as you go to each new event. Your membership includes all of our locations. We take the guesswork out of creating, having, and keeping a strong marriage. Contact us today.
Hey singles, do you feel it? The feeling like it's time to start having fun again? If you do, then you're ready to celebrate with Events and Adventures. There's never been a better time to join than right now. Meet new people with a packed calendar of fun events, exciting adventures, and future memories. It's time to live life to the fullest, to high five, skydive, and feel alive again. That feeling is here at Events and Adventures. If you're single and ready to celebrate, visit eventsandadventures.com to get started. That's eventsandadventures.com.
Hey guys, welcome back into the Amber Neal Show. It's your girl, matchmaker, comedian, publicist, Amber Neal, man. Thanks for joining us back with my co-host, Ryan Yarrow. We got Kim Mejia on the show today, all best-selling authors. Speaking of best-selling author, before we jump into our topic of signs you're being breadcrumb, I wanted to do a plug for my new book. It is How My Kitty Betrayed Me. And it's not your household cat, all right? But it really is. It really is talking about how women's lib has really changed the game and our coping mechanisms. You know, this book was written this book was actually written in 2015. It took me about 7 years to really get over the shame to really promote it. Because even though I wrote it, I was still like, oh my God, what are people going to think about me when they read this? Because this is so raw, so real. Kim actually just read it. So what do you think, Kim? I mean, you can get.
I love this book, but you know, I'm real talk because I already come from that raw perspective, and my book it really caters right to yours. Actually, you know, it's being real about some of the things that we go through as women. Your book, it touched on so many subjects and so much subject matter. It was so good how she's telling her truth in this story, the things that women go through, the sexual pleasures and desires, how we can go and transport ourselves from man to man in different situations we go through. And at the end of the day, a man is still classified a man, but they want to classify us as whores. So I really love the subject matter and how you explained it, how your kitty betrayed you. Because a lot of times our kitties do betray us because women go through life thinking with their vaginas, and that ain't where you should be thinking with. You should be thinking with your mind. So this is really a good book to teach some of the women who are out there having that niche and that urge to always have sex, and when the body is a temple, you need to be reserving that for that special someone. So this book is powerful. It has a very good message. It's a very good message for women because there's so many women wondering right now why I don't have a husband. Because you're giving all the milk away for free, honey. That's why you ain't got no husband. So sometimes you have to just sit down and wait. You got to sit down and wait. And keep that thing to yourself while you dating them men, and they wait and they feel like you that special one. Like shit, they don't say, "Oh, every man can't have her." That's the one they want because they know you ain't. They're secure with you. They feel like everybody can't have a piece of you. And when a man takes us a wife, a bride, his soulmate, he want to say, "I ain't got to worry about her being shared with everybody all over the world." That's their biggest concern. Just like you don't want to share him, he don't want to share you. So that's the woman who get it. But if you're that woman that's going to land with everybody already and they see it, more than likely they're not going to want to choose you. Not saying that if you done that you can be redeemed. This book is telling you, she's giving a story how you can be redeemed from that. She's telling you the things she went through as a young woman, and not knowing. We all had a different walk of going through things like that, so it's nothing to be ashamed of, but it's the maturity that you reach to come back from it. She's telling you how to come back from it in this book. You know, you can go through these things, but you don't have to stay there. Redeem yourself. The objective is to redeem yourself, and this book is really complete redemption. I'm loving this. I sat there last night. See, when I get a good book in my hand, it's hard to put it down.
I can't put it down. I'm the same way.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's what made me go ahead and read the whole thing, because I was like, oh my God, this is deep. It's so in line with my book, Real Woman, Real Talk. That's why when I saw, I'm like, oh my God, we got to do some stuff. I just took from each chapter to each chapter to make the women just see themselves. You know, you're telling the story. You seen, hey, this is what happened with me. My kitty betrayed me. If more women can say that, my kitty betrayed me, and know that your kitty is making the wrong choices, you can get out of bondage.
Amen. Because let's talk. That's the whole point of Women's Lib. Women's Lib came out. We wanted equal rights, equal pay, equality. But then now we have side pieces, and we're doing the most. So as everybody's confused on who does what. You know, we're talking about a fourth of the divorces last year over household chores. Like, people are so confused. And at the end of the day, we do want equality. But I'm just saying, if you let your kitty lead, if you let your kitty make the decisions for you. You're just going to wind up so this book is really, the way I always explain it, it's kind of like a Tyler Perry movie. It has a lot of sex, humor, raw, I love it. Real raw and craziness. But at the end, it has a very, Mr. Right walks in. And so you'll have to find out who Mr. Right is. So it's a really good book.
And that was when she found herself, let me say. That's when she found who Mr. Right was. So you got to find yourself and get yourself on the right track first. Because healed people can't get Mr. Right or Miss Right. Unhealed, I mean. You have to be healed to get
You
them.
got to be healed. I mean, that's it at the end of the day. So part of this is how you can let your kitty betray you and wind up only getting breadcrumbs from someone is because you are making it to where that's what you're leading with. If you're leading with sex, don't be surprised when it don't turn into anything more. And a lot of women, my point in my book was a lot of people, a lot of women go in looking like, I choose to have casual sex. And we can, but just know what you're signing up for. Don't be in a delusion that just because you have sex with somebody, that's going to lead to a relationship. It's not. Make your choices based on your truth, not self-esteem issues. You know what I'm saying? But so signs you're being breadcrumb. Breadcrumb means you get the minimal. Y'all seen a loaf of bread? If all that's left at the end of the loaf is the crumbs, that's it. You know what I mean? It's like you go eat some bread and you get the little chopped off little pieces. That's it. But signs that you're being breadcrumbed, and because if I live by 2 rules: people do what they want to do, people do what you let them.
Right.
All right, so let's jump into it. Number 1 sign that you're being breadcrumb is you're going to get some dry. You ever heard somebody say, my phone is dry? My phone is dry. That means you get no action. So when you get dry messages of, what are you doing? 2 a.m. Good morning. What? You can't answer the phone at night. You can't text at night. But in the morning, you're going to give me and it's literally just the GM. Mofo don't even take time to say good morning, beautiful.
Right,
Or
GM.
GM.
And WYD.
Yeah. Wow. I'm like, so if you're getting those short, dry, nothing, no elaboration, that is the bare minimum they're keeping you as an option.
Well, I'm going to touch on a few things, okay? Because one, men have been called hoes before, too. All right? Let's touch
Lord.
on that.
Well, that's how we became hoes. Yeah.
We learn from the best.
But
Right.
No, but seriously, we've talked on some of these topics before. It may just be the person, you know, because I'm going to be the devil advocate right now. It may just be the person. Some people communicate differently. Some people don't want to communicate via text or over the phone. Some people communicate, like you were saying, through physical interactions. You know, so we don't have to talk. You know, you understand my language.
You meet somebody in networking, you're like, get in here, come in this closet, let me see how you communicate.
You understand my language.
That's
okay?
that's my old language.
That's a man's perspective, y'all. Remember, that's coming from a man.
I'm being devil advocate. But no, I know some women that don't like to talk over the phone and text. You know,
Right.
so I mean, you can take that for what it is.
I don't like to text,
right
really.
there, right? You know, it's like, hey, I'm not gonna be texting you, and some people do like to. I'm not gonna because you text me 10 times don't mean that I'm gonna text you back 10 times.
Right.
Please understand that right there. Okay, so you just have to know. You have to know the person. You know, you have to know the person, and you have to know yourself most importantly.
But anyway, I mean, I agree. You got to know the person, but that's why we got to stop jumping in bed and asking names later. You know, give yourself time to see patterns. Give yourself time to see what that person is really like before. I mean, and you can attest to this. There was somebody I recently liked, and then and now I'm doing it the opposite. 3 months later, I still hadn't slept with him, and then I realized I didn't even like him at all. Like I don't even like him.
Well,
like
that's the 90-day rule, right? So you right there at the 90 days.
I mean,
So
you know, that just happened to me 90 days. I probably, you know, the truth is I probably would have tried to get it in, but he started turning me off, like with things he would say and the way he would act, and he was very condescending and you know, just I don't like snobby people.
Right.
Like I you know, my dad had money, but we got beaten. We had chores, so we didn't know my dad had money. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
It's a difference. We didn't come with that silver spoon. My dad was a baby of 10, self-made millionaire. He built it himself, so it's a little bit different, but.
Right.
For me, it's just that it's really about how they respond and how long it takes to respond. So the next one, Ryan.
Right, because sometimes people don't respond for days or weeks. at a time.
Oh, hell no, honey. You got your replacements. If you take more than a day to reply back to me, I got a new boo.
Okay.
I'm sorry. And ladies, stop. Ooh, ladies, stop locking it down from a delusion in a fantasy island. Y'all met him, y'all went on one date, or maybe he texts you, he likes you. You stop putting off every other option out there for somebody who's treating you as an option until proven differently. Dating is just what it says.
Dating
Multiple people.
Right.
It's not about,
Right.
but women do that. They're bad. Oh, they're already.
Well, men don't do it, honey. This was my rule. This was my rule when I was single. I'm just
Y'all
being
gonna
honest
start
with
letting
you.
me in the middle.
When I was okay, because you're the man. Okay, when I was single, I'm for real. I had my rules.
Mm-hmm.
I'm dating until I meet Mr. Right and I'm about to marry. I was never faithful to one man and sitting there dating one man when I was single.
I'm not doing it.
And my friends were like, well, he really likes you. I'm like, well, I like him too.
Right.
And I guarantee he liked 5 or 6 more.
Right.
That wasn't my problem.
Yeah.
I was so confident in myself, I wasn't
Me too.
concerned with who you liked.
Yeah. That's
You
all.
know what?
Yeah.
And that would make the men stay interested in me. I always got proposals for men that I didn't want to marry because I never was going to marry any of them because they came the wrong way. When you met them, when I met some of them, they're like, well, I just want to wine and dine you and have fun. And I'm like, okay, because I already know they was going to fall in love with me because I know I was a player from the Himalaya. You know, I knew this. So I was like, oh, okay. And then when I get them where I want them, they were like, well, we've been dating a while. I want to marry you. I said, no, we just dating. We wine and dining.
Right.
I took them right back to that same script that they told me. Because you got to know how to come to me. When you come to me right, I'm gonna come to you right. But when you come with game, baby, you met the player. Because I was back then, I was a player too. So
Me too.
I got the
that
concept.
was the whole point. In the 90s, we became players. I remember thinking, if y'all can do it, so can we. And I'm telling you, I'm not a good matchmaker because I've been married. I'm a good matchmaker because I done did everybody in Houston, and I know who's good.
Right. Look, my friends just always tell me, you just like to play with the men. I say, but they playing with you.
Exactly.
You know,
and
I'ma
I'll tell
tell
them
why
you
we can't
something.
play back. They
I'ma
need to
tell
learn
you
how to play
something
back.
Yeah.
From a man's standpoint.
Y'all hear from a man.
I'm gonna tell you something from a man's standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
A man learned game from a woman.
Amen.
So don't try to flip it around like y'all learning things from the guys.
But we do.
right?
We do, though.
Men learn game from a woman.
That's
all right?
that's the
and
song.
I can it's the truth. And I can totally attest. I can totally attest to that. Okay? From few. Yeah.
Yeah, she's a
He's
single
saying
mom.
that because we had.
If she's a single mom, maybe.
He's saying that because we just had child men. We gave birth to men, but
No,
after the
that's
women,
not what I'm saying.
this is usually how a woman thinks.
That's not
Now, if
what
she
I'm
get a man,
saying.
he's pretty much acting right, and she knows she can trust him. Generally, a good woman, she will be
She
faithful.
will be faithful. Like
That,
No
women
doubt,
for
no
real,
doubt.
we'll be
I'm saying.
faithful. But when you start thinking you real sneaky and the woman got game, she gonna outdo your ass. I'm just telling you, we sneaky as
You
hell.
will get your feelings hurt.
You won't know. You ain't gonna get them
You
hurt
will
because we
never
ain't gonna
know.
tell you.
That's true, unless we're mad.
Unless we mad. That's what you might say that. We ain't gonna tell you because we don't
Yeah.
leave a trail.
I'm
so
telling you.
have to be careful if you ain't taking care of home. If, like you got a woman, you ain't taking care of home. She knows how to get home taken care of, but you will never know. She gonna come there like the angel that you think she is. So you have to be careful with how you treat these women out here. And a lot of times when a woman give herself to a man, them the ones that like she a slut, she a hoe, she this, and that's not necessarily. She chose you.
That's what
A lot of
that
times
too.
the woman be the
That
chose
too.
you,
That too.
and the men want to take that woman for granted because she's giving her all herself. So women, we can't just go out there giving so much of ourselves because the men think you weak when you do that. Take some stuff and hold it and keep it to yourself. Don't give them it all.
That's the
Let them
average
know
man.
that, that's the average man.
That's the average man to tell you that all they want to do is whine and you and dine.
Yeah, they want to come with some game. So I'm just saying, just keep some stuff to
Have you
yourself.
seen the cutest, the new
Keep some
TikTok?
stuff. They got game.
Have y'all
but
seen
you got
the
to have
new?
no more game than the men.
the new-
if you want to get that husband.
The new TikTok trend right now is it's a girl. She's about to rub a man's face. That ain't your husband.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then she was about to cook. That ain't your husband. She was about to do that. That ain't your husband. That's all we're saying. That ain't your husband. Stop giving husband benefits to
Of
boyfriends or F-boys. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
And tell somebody. I'm telling you, people want what they can't have. If y'all don't learn nothing from the play from the Himalayas, if y'all don't learn nothing, we're giving you the game. People want what they can't have. And you tell a man up front, I am single until I am married. They will put a ring on it. If they, I'm saying if they, that's what they want. But
That
they're playing
is true.
games.
That's
They're
true.
not gonna do it.
That's true because I had a girlfriend too, and I used to be. See, I was something else. My friends
Me
be like,
too.
Kim, what I used to tell him? How do I talk? I say, girl, put him on the three-way. I'm gonna be you, or they'll come to my house. And I'll be on the phone doing all my girlfriend's conversation. My friend told her she wanted this man to be her wife. I said, I'm going to talk to him for 3 months, and he going to marry you in the 3rd month. I said, now, when you ain't with me, don't answer that damn phone when he calls himself. If you answer, this is what you tell him. I'm going to call you back. I'm busy. I said, I'm going to go to the store. I'm going to go out with my friend. It worked. He married her ass, though. But I told her, when this she's talking about, she going to plan for a wedding, I told her, no, baby, don't you plan for no wedding, because you ain't that damn smart. You take him to the courthouse, because when he realize you start talking,
say, get him on paper.
You ain't gonna get him on paper first. When you start talking, you're gonna lose the man again. I done talked to her, and she's like, come on. I said, baby, look, I'm good at it. What I do. She got married, and if she look at this now, she know who I'm talking about. He married her, but I told her, take his ass to the court, because if you start talking for yourself, that's over.
They still married.
They still married. They broke up a little bit years later, but they've been married a long time.
This show should
but
be.
once you get a man and he to marry you, it's more likely that he's gonna stay. That's just how the game go. But you got to make them put some commitment into that, and then they'll want to stay with it. Like, well, hey, this is my wife. I'm gonna try to walk a different walk. I want to respect my wife. Most men would do that once they make that commitment. But you got to get them to get that commitment first. But if you want to just lay it open wide every time you see them, just give them everything they want, they ain't finna do that.
And time will tell you. I even had an ex try to come back, and he actually had a girl, and I was like, I'm not fixing to downgrade from your girl to your side piece. And he was like, I'm single till I'm married. I was like, oh, so you were single till you was married? We were together too. But see, God will eventually show you didn't lose. You just gotta understand and use your discernment to understand people are who they want to be at the end of the day. We can't change somebody, but today, guys, we're talking about how to tell if you're being breadcrumbed. You're giving the minimum, because homie, don't play that, okay?
Because you should only be committed if you're committed. If he even gave you an engagement ring, that's when you start being respectful. And I'm just telling you.
Disrespect their ass until you get a ring.
If he gave you no ring, what the hell you being faithful for? Because he ain't being faithful to you. I mean, it is what it is. Men think like men, and I'm telling you, they think we're below. This is a man sitting right there. I don't know if he's going to be real and tell you, but they not thinking like we think. They think totally different. They try to get them notches on their bill. So if they don't give you no ring, don't commit to their ass. Get that ring. Then they're going to be like, you know what, I really want this girl. She's special. They're going to have that special for you. So they're going to be trying to be faithful because they don't want to lose you. But if they ain't trying to make that commitment, they don't give a damn if they lose you or not. I mean, it is what it is.
It is. I'm telling you, that's where we got to. Now you'll stop taking breadcrumbs.
You know
and
it's
the bare
true.
minimum.
You don't want me to give y'all the game
It's
over
the
here.
game. We're giving y'all the game today. I'm telling y'all, man.
It's more than one game.
What's the other game? We want to hear your perspective.
It's more than one game.
What's the other one?
Men.
Now y'all speaking on a particular game,
Okay.
all right? But this game, well, I know where guys get a ring for a woman just to put it on her finger and don't care about that ring or about anything else, all right? But hearing from a woman's perspective in this room, okay, if I get this ring, I'm about to act right.
But at
all
least
right,
I
so
got
I'm gonna get you a
something
ring. Hey,
You heard what
cool.
she said. At least you got something to pawn.
Right.
Get
Once
that
again,
damn ring.
once again.
And make sure it's one that's worth
Once
$1,000.
again.
So if they did half hit it and quit it, you can go to the pawn shop. You got something out of it.
Once again.
So still get the ring. But go ahead.
Right.
He said
Once
hit it and quit
again.
it.
That you have that ring.
Let me tell you something. A man
Have that
loves
ring.
it. A
Go
man,
on it.
y'all listen to me. I'm telling
You're
y'all.
talking to a real one
I'm telling
right
you a
here.
real one.
You're talking to a
A
real
man
one.
love his
On
money.
it.
A man love his money. Now this is some real talk.
Yeah.
A man love his money. If he spend his money on you, guess what? He love you. If you laying with any man, he ain't give you nothing, he don't want you. Because a man that care about you, you ain't got to really ask for nothing. He gonna already bring something to the table, try to do everything he can to help you because you a part of his investment.
That's how the
if
heart
he ain't
monitor.
doing that, he ain't trying to be tied down to you. So I'm just giving y'all something that's got something like that going on to go and get rid of because he ain't the one. Just
He
give
ain't
you a
the
pre-warning.
one.
Because any man that love you, he gonna wind it down. He gonna try to make sure you're secured. He wants you to be pretty. He gonna be trying to do all this extra stuff for you because he feel like you're something
Wind it
special.
down, you know.
Even though he might have another side chick over there that he just hitting and quitting and he ain't doing nothing for her. But the one he think is a special thing, he gonna do something extra for you. I'm just telling you 100%.
I agree.
I always make sure you that special one. That's all I'm saying. If you're gonna try to be a extra one, make sure you're the special one, so you know eventually if you are in line for that marriage. After you want to play that game with him, make sure you're the one, because you date and you're gonna have to go through that. You got to go through that at some point in your life.
And you know what, Kim? Jesus ain't sending you nobody's husband. So
Yeah.
all you side chicks out there, career side chicks, y'all need to go heal. I mean seriously, y'all just need to go heal.
Wait, say that again.
Career side chicks. Ain't got nothing. The only job is to snag a rich man.
Hey.
All right, guys.
Career side chick.
A career side chick.
Hey.
Girl, you too
Hashtag
funny.
no career side chicks. Signs you're being breadcrumb, guys. As Ryan said, they take weeks or days or weeks to contact you back, or they
Busy.
rarely make plans when they do, and they don't follow through. I'm telling y'all, for me, that is I will literally just, I used to just wish somebody would, and then I would confront them. Now, I don't waste my time. You know what I'm saying? It's so peaceful, just like, you'll just never hear from me again.
Right.
Because I literally live by that. If you wanted to, you would have. And, okay, you get one excuse maybe, you know what I'm saying, like, oh, let me hear this, but if it's just over and over, it gets boring. If you're the only one making plans, you're the only one trying to see them, and they rarely make plans and just keep you as an option.
Some people aren't good at making plans. Some people are more spontaneous than others.
But if they
And when
rarely
it
ever
comes
make
down-
plans and they don't follow through, so there's no follow through
That's-
period.
Yeah, but once again, that's not their personality. So therefore, yeah, you should know that. If that's what you're looking for,
Yeah.
then it's not gonna work. But a lot of people I know are spontaneous. You know, then had
Good try, Ryan. Good try.
Best of time, not a try. a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact, Jack.
Okay,
That's
well,
a
that goes
fact,
good with the
Jack.
next one then. What's the next one, Ryan?
Where we at now?
Consistently.
Consistently makes excuses as to why they can't see you. Not
Can't see you,
can see
yes.
you. Can't see you. Consistently make excuses. Well, I mean, once again, that's on you. It's not an excuse. You know, it's what you accept. All right? If you want to continuously accept people telling you they cannot catch up with you, and you sitting at home, you done did your hair, and I'm not just talking to women, I'm talking to guys too. You done got G'd up, you got clean, smelling good, looking good, everything like that. Then you don't hear something, or you do hear back what you don't want to hear, then you got to keep it moving. Once again, we talked about this earlier in the show. You can't blame that. That's becoming a loser. All right, blaming something on somebody else all the time. Yeah, they're supposed to keep their word. You feel as if they keep their word because you keep your word. But it's not always going to be a reciprocal effect. Relationship, whether it's friendship, marriage, what we're talking about, dating, it's not always going to be reciprocal. Okay, so you can't always expect somebody to do to you as you do onto them. You want them to, but that's not, I mean, I'm not going to say that's not how it works, because sometimes it does, all right? But realistically, all right, once again, like I said, I'm 50, and I done been in the game for a long time, all right, long time. And I don't get mad when people fake me out, whether it's business, whether it's personal, friendship, whatever the case may be, because that's on them. All right. Do I get upset? Maybe that quick. Then I got to keep it moving. But I'm definitely not gonna hold on to it. I got to
that's
keep
right.
it
No,
moving.
that's right.
That's winners.
So keep it moving. That's some game that I learned from a woman.
Right?
But this next one, guys, this is, and it goes back to God, talking about God. God is not the author of confusion. Where there is confusion, that is your sign that may not be from God. If you're getting constant resistance and you're constantly getting, and everything just, every time you try to see them, something happens, something sabotages. Sometimes God will intervene because he's like, hey, stupid, I told you that guy's a loser, and you're still trying to talk to him. But when you feel confused about their intentions because their actions don't align with what they're saying, that is, at the end of the day, you can only give somebody words for so long, and then you've got to look at their actions. And then if you see the actions and you still stay, then that's 100% on you.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
I mean, because God ain't the author of confusion. That's just not where it's at.
Right. That's on. And once again, the
Self-worth.
other person is not the loser. Okay. If you continue to
Right.
accept it, you are the loser. All right. So quit pointing finger at somebody else when you know good and well that you know better.
We accepted it.
Self-worth. It's about self-worth. You got to know that you're worthy for something, for a better opportunity. That's why I would say to all the women and the men, don't just put yourself on a shelf waiting for someone. Know that you're worthy. Get out into the world and date. Get out into the world and enjoy. And just because you date with somebody, man or woman, don't mean you have to sleep with them. You can date. I mean, I used to date all the time. I didn't sleep with every man I dated. You can go and have fun with women or men, and you ain't got to lay down with them. And that's when you have a better opportunity. That's when you have a better window for advancements. That's when you have a better window for respect. But if you're going every time you meet somebody, you think you got to go to bed. And a lot of younger women are saying that now. They're like, well, these men come at you a different way. They always, they dating to me, hey, let's get together. They want to go straight to the bed. I'm like, well, are you going to the bed? That's the question. You gonna do what they telling you to do? Don't you have a mind of your own? You give yourself credibility if somebody stepping to you like that.
People want what they can't have.
Yes.
And if every woman they meet is quick to lay down, you're going to be the one that stands out. I mean, you got to set yourself apart, because men can get coochie before they get a cheeseburger.
Yeah.
What makes you different? So it really is about knowing your worth and realizing you don't have to sleep with somebody to prove anything. And when people say, oh, what you bring to the table or what you do, first of all, that is out of order. I don't have to prove nothing. I don't have to prove anything. You're supposed to find me. That's right. I don't have to prove that, but over time you will see who people are, and it's really, if you just stay listening to their words and not their actions, you're going to be really hurt. And lastly, you find yourself romanticizing their reasons for not following through, creating more fantasies, keeping you wedded to the fading connection.
Sucker.
People don't want to give up the dream, but honey, if you're the only one dreaming it and they're not even asleep with you to dream it, like they're just off on talking to Becky over there, then
Becky.
Wow, not Becky. Karen.
Not Karen.
All right, guys. We got to get out of here. We're gonna. If y'all want more information on how you can get a copy of my book or more information of working with me in any kind of way, amberneal.com. And Ryan, what about you?
Same thing. Go by my name, RyanYarbrough.com. We can get the book going. We can get appearances going. And what's really, really true and dear to my heart is my foundation, okay? Helping out people, because I go out to get it so I can help other people. That's what it comes down to. I don't get stuff just to hold on to. Once again, I'm the oldest of 7, and I couldn't come in the house unless I was gonna share. And that's my mentality still to this day. I can't have it all to myself. So I'm out helping as many people as possible. Once again, RyanYarbrough.com.
All right, guys. And Kim, how do people get in touch with you? And then when we come back, we're going to give you guys our afterthoughts.
Again, my website is www.realwoman, WOMAN, Real Talk. My Facebook live group, Facebook group is Real Woman Real Talk. It's a group. And my Instagram is Real Woman Real Talk. You can book me for churches to talk, to speak, to give my testimony. I'm a suicide survivor. My other website is KMejia.com. I do outreach for women and for sex trafficking, domestic violence, and drug and alcohol recovery. So whatever you need me to do, again, I am an ordained minister, so whatever need that you care to book me for, I'm ready and available. I'm ready to work.
She's a winner.
She ain't lying.
All right, guys, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to give you our afterthoughts right after this.
Singles. Do you feel it? The feeling like it's time to start having fun again? If you do, then you're ready to celebrate with Events and Adventures. There's never been a better time to join than right now. Meet new people with a packed calendar of fun events, exciting adventures, and future memories. It's time to live life to the fullest, to high five, skydive, and feel alive again. That feeling is here at Events and Adventures. If you're single and ready to celebrate, visit eventsandadventures.com to get started. That's eventsandadventures.com.
Maridate is for committed couples that are either engaged or married and would like to keep the dating in their marriage, fight for the family, and lower the divorce rate one couple at a time. We plan 30 to 50 events a month that include workshops, seminars, webinars, experts, and events all around town. This is for couples that want to develop friendships with other like-minded couples that take their marriage and vows seriously. We will also be offering premarital help so that you will not be a statistic. Would you and your partner like to take international vacations together with other couples and at group rates? When you are home, you will learn your city as you go to each new event. Your membership includes all of our locations. We take the guesswork out of creating, having, and keeping a strong marriage. Contact us today.
Are Are you single? Maybe you're divorced or new in town. It's time to meet your match with Events and Adventures. Whether you're low-key or adventurous, come hang out with tons of like-minded people at exciting group activities. The best part? Everyone is single. From happy hours and trivia nights to outdoor adventures and weekend getaways, Events and Adventures has something for everyone. We're all here for the same reason. So come be part of a community made for singles. Your match is waiting for you to make your move. Visit eventsandadventures.com to get started. That's eventsandadventures.com.
AT&T Fiber delivers a faster internet experience than cable. Ask me how to get 300 megabits per second for only $35 a month, plus taxes and fees, with no annual contract, no bundles required, and unlimited internet data included. Call Boss Up Houston Network at 832-895-5095. Again, that is Boss Up Houston Network at 832-895-5095. Limited availability may not be available in your area. Speed claims based on device upload and download capacity of internet 300, internet 500, and internet 1000 versus Xfinity expected and cost 400 meg, 500 meg, 600 meg, 1 gig, and 1.2 gig cable services with uploads of 10, 20, and 35 megabits per second. Download max speed is 920 megabits per second for internet 1000. Speed vary, not guaranteed.
Hey singles, do you feel it? The feeling like it's time to start having fun again? If you do, then you're ready to celebrate with Events and Adventures. There's never been a better time to join than right now. Meet new people with a packed calendar of fun events, exciting adventures, and future memories. It's time to live life to the fullest, to high five, skydive, and feel alive again. That feeling is here.
Adventures knows how to make the most of being single. Get social in person. Try new things and just have fun. Join Events and Adventures. We've been doing the single life right for over 30 years. 30 great events every month. Just visit eventsandadventures.com.
AT&T Fiber delivers a faster internet experience than cable. Ask me how to get 300 megabits per second for only $35 a month, plus taxes and fees, with no annual contract, no bundles required, and unlimited internet data included. Call Boss Up Houston Network at 832-895-5095. Again, that is Boss Up Houston Network at 832-895-5095. Limited availability may not be available in your area. Speed claims based on device upload and download capacity of internet 300, internet 500, and internet 1000 versus Xfinity expected and cost 400 meg, 500 meg, 600 meg, 1 gig, and 1.2 gig cable services with uploads of 10, 20, and 35 megabits per second. Download max speed is 920 megabits per second for internet 1000. Speed vary, not guaranteed.
Peace and blessings, everyone. This is Ryan Yarborough, Mr. Believe, so you can achieve. All right. Today's topic that we talked about a couple of things. The first thing that we talked about was losers. Okay. If you classify yourself as a loser, see, I can't even get the word out right. You know, somebody that makes excuses a lot. Somebody that says, well, somebody else is lucky. Well, somebody else got started off, you know, they had a trust fund, things of that nature. That's not always going to be the case. Loser is more so mentality than anything else. Okay, so let's get that understood first and foremost. The next topic that we talked about was very, very, very funny. Okay, because I can't relate, but I can relate to what people go through. All right, and that's that's talking about getting the breadcrumbs. All right, in a relationship, whether it's friend relationship, whether it's person-to-person relationship, whatever you choose to do, okay? But what it comes down to it with me is you know what you want to accept, so don't accept anything less, okay? You cannot get mad if somebody don't text you for a couple of weeks. You cannot get mad at somebody else if they keep on faking out on you, okay? You have to look at yourself in the mirror and be like, why am I accepting all of this, all right? Because can't nobody run game on you unless you allow them to run game on you, all right? Whether you're a male or a female, because it go both ways. Please believe, all right? So once again, check out RyanYarborough.com and always believe so you can achieve. And I appreciate you. Peace and blessings.
Hello. This is Kimberly Mejia, aka Real Woman Real Talk. Had such a great time here today on the Amber Neal Show. I mean, just such a great topic. Losers and breadcrumbs. I'm like, what more can you ask for? Now, you know you don't want to be a loser, and you're not a loser at the end of the day. If you just can dig inside your deeper self and find your purpose, find what you're living for and work toward it, you know. Don't go around feeling like that it's the end and being victimized and victim in yourself and feeling like you're not a victim, you're a victor. So remember to dig into your inner self and say, hey, I'm not a loser. I don't want to be a loser. I'm not going to let people walk all over me and do what they want to me. I'm not going to accept those breadcrumbs because I am worthy and I have so much potential to offer the world. I have so much potential to offer that man or that woman. So I'm not going to accept those breadcrumbs. I'm not going to let nobody walk all over me and treat me like I'm nothing. I'm going to wait. I'm going to preserve myself and get what I truly deserve. I'm going to work hard to get what I deserve. And I deserve the riches of the world. You know, just be enriched with your inner self and your inner peace and know that you deserve more than what you're accepting out of life. Life was made to live, to enjoy and be bountiful, be full. And that self-fulfillment can mean so much to someone in life. So just know that you're special. Just know that you are worthy. Do the work to come out of bondage. Do the work to heal so you can be present in life and don't feel like you're just lost and you're a loser and you have to be at the bottom of the pit, because you don't have to be. If you want to get in touch with me, please check me out again at www.realwomanrealtalk, Instagram, Real Woman Real Talk, Facebook group, Real Woman Real Talk. Get on there, order some books, book me. And again, it's been a pleasure being here on the Amber Neal Show, talking about losers and breadcrumbs. Real Woman Real Talk.
So how the heck do you love me, but we ain't together? Somebody's lying, okay? Breadcrumbs are the minimum effort you're going to get from somebody when they just really ain't that into you. So I got a few books I recommend right now. Number one, Real Women, Real Talk. Anything in Kim's series is amazing. Ryan's book, Believe So You Can Achieve. I love it. Those are two of my favorite books. Obviously, my book, How My Kitty Betrayed Me, but some other books that are out there right now I want to recommend. Number one is The Secret. Learn how to manifest. Learn how the law of attraction will bring you the right spouse once you are healed and understand what you believe and deserve and can attract those things. Okay, so you got to get your mind right. That's number one. The second book is called Why Men Love Bitches. That's number two. That's real, okay? Because if you're just going to deliver coochie all over town, you might as well put a sign on your car and get tips. That's all I'm saying. Number three, the next book is called He Just Ain't That Into You. They made a whole freaking movie about it, and because at the end of the day, listen, people do what they want to do, and people do what you let them. Just like I said in the show, if I got $1 million scratch-off ticket, I promise you're going to make time. At the end of the day, guys, losers and breadcrumbs tie together, because you are not a winner when you deal with somebody who's treating you like a loser. They are treating you like a loser, and you're like, oh, this is the best I can get. Listen, guys, that's why the self-love journey cannot be replaced in the journey to find love. It all starts within. It is whatever you heal or whatever you unheal. Once you've healed, people that are healed have a totally different language than people that are not healed. And you will recognize it by the way they talk. So at the end of the day, slow down, build a friendship, give yourself time to see patterns, and trust their actions, not their words. Because if they're over there texting, they're the text king, oh, I love you, you're the one, da, 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 but they never make time, they never ask you out, there's no date past that. And remember, ladies, as Kim said, the player from the Himalayas, you heard her. Listen, men want what they can't have. So it is really about knowing your worth and understanding that dating is not locking yourself down until you have that commitment. All right, guys. For more information, y'all check us out. We are here every Friday and Saturday night on Boss Up Houston Network. For more information, hit me up, amberneal.com. We'll see y'all next week.